Okay, 49 years, there's a rest every seventh. In the 49th year is a rest, and in the 50th year is a rest. You shall count off 7 Sabbaths of years, 7 times 7 years, 49 years, and then you shall blow the horn, and you shall celebrate a year of Jubilee. Now, the year of Jubilee is more than just letting the land rest. In the 50th year, all land in Israel goes back to its original owner, okay? It gets turned back over to its original owner. In other words, the owner had it. For some reason, he had to sell the land. In that 50th year, he gets it back. All right? Not only that, all Jewish slaves were freed. They were freed and allowed to become free men and go back and claim their land. All right? This is all part of what's called the year of Jubilee, or another way it's put is the favorable year of the Lord. Okay? So it goes back. Now you say, wait a minute, I've got 2 years where I can't work the land. What do I do? Well, glad you asked that. Because in Leviticus 25, verse 18, it says, "And you shall observe my statutes and keep my judgments, so as to carry them out, that you may live securely in the land. Then the land will yield its produce so that you can eat your fill and live securely in it." But if you say, what are we going to eat in the 7th year if we do not sow or gather in crops? Then I will so order my blessing for you in the 6th year that it will bring forth the crop for 3 years. When you are sowing the 8th year, you can still eat the old things from the crop, eating the old until the 9th year when its crop comes in. Wow, what a blessing. Do you see what God has done? He says, listen, you're going to count out 7, and each year, at each of those 7th, I'm going to provide for you. But that 7th year, you will not eat and you will not till the land. You will not plant anything. You will let the land rest. You do that 7 cycles. On the 49th year, you let it rest. On the 50th year, you let it rest. So the 49th is number 7. The 50th is number 8. You can't plant until the 9th year. And so what God says is that I will order my blessing for you in the 6th year, that it will bring forth the crop for 3 years. 3 years. Wow. You see how good Jehovah Jireh is? He says, okay, I know you can't till the land, so you can't plant anything, so therefore you won't have crops. You'll not have crops in the 7th year. You'll not have crops in the 8th year. You'll plant in the 9th, but you won't get them till the end of the 9th year. So I'm going to so order my blessing on you that what you produce in the 6th year will carry you through till the crops are grown and ready in the 9th year. That's what God does. The reason I bring this up is this. The 50th year starts Wednesday, October 23rd. The year of Jubilee starts this week, the 23rd. On top of everything else that has happened, all these 7s. Do you see what's going on? We have Rosh Hashanah, which started on the 13th, which is associated with the taking up, the rapture, the resurrection. On the 10th, which is the 23rd, the 10th of Tishri, which is the 23rd, is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonements. It also starts the year of Jubilee, that 50th year. That 50th year starts on the 23rd. Yom Kippur, the closing of the books, is associated with the end of the tribulation period, the end of the judgment. Everything else, it's all finished. On the 15th of Tishri, which is the 27th, which is this coming Sunday, starts the Feast of Booths, okay? It is also the night of the 4th blood moon. I think I told you last week. Associated with this time period, starting last year in 2014, on Passover was the 1st blood moon. On the Feast of Tabernacles last year was the 2nd blood moon. On Rosh Hashanah just a couple of days ago, oh no, on Passover this year was a blood moon. Did I say Passover? Passover, Tabernacles, Passover, and coming this Sunday, the 27th, is the 4th blood moon. All these things are occurring at this time. This could be an interesting time. You've got to hear this. Don't fluff this off. Don't fluff this off. It's a time of the feast. It's a time associated with the second coming. It's also the time of the year of Jubilee. The year of Jubilee starts the 23rd. It'll run until next year at Rosh Hashanah. And the 4th blood moon occurs this Sunday. All these things are happening, and it's the Shemitah, the end of the Shemitah. The end of the Shemitah year. The Shemitah year started last year, and we're at the end of it because the 50th year starts this Yom Kippur. All these things are happening. Now, the reason I bring this up is this. Excuse me. Things have occurred over at least the last century that dealt with either the Shemitah, the year of Jubilee, or the blood moons, which happened to occur also which occurred at the time of feasts. And that's what we need to see. We could be going into a year and a time when we're going to see things happen that will look like the end of days. I don't think they will be. I think they're going to lead us into it. But we've still got some time. But things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. When we talk about the Shemitah, which is a 7-year period, interestingly, for America, things have been happening during the Shemitah year, that 7th year. If you'll go back 7 years from today, this year, 2015, that'll put you at 2008. 2008 was that big stock market crash where the stock market went down to, if you remember, 777. You think God may be trying to tell us something? If you'll go back 7 more years from 2008, you'll end at 2001. The fall feast always occur in September, October. In 2001, 9/11, 2001 was when our dome of protection was burst, or at least a big hole put in it, and we lost the trade centers and had an attack on America. That's happened during the Shemitahs. Interestingly, the Wall Street is starting to see this, and they're getting a little antsy. We had 2001, 2008, and now we're at 2015. What have we done to get ourselves back into the good graces of God? Nothing. We have gone further and further away. If something happened in 2001 and something happened in 2008, there's a good possibility that something will happen in 2015. I was talking to a financial consultant that I know, and he says October is always a bad time for the stock market. And if it falls at a Shemitah year, we could be in for a roller coaster ride. It's also possible that we'll be saved by the grace of the fact that it is the start of the year of Jubilee. So, you know, the year of Jubilee may offset the 7th year of the Shemitah. Don't know. Have no idea. As a matter of fact, we don't know when things will occur. Most of the time, it occurs at the end of the Shemitah year, which means we won't see really an effect, if there's going to be one, until next September, October. That's a possibility. It could be exacerbated by the fact that it's the blood moon, it's the Shemitah year, the end of the Shemitah year, and the start of the year of Jubilee. You know, things can really shake up. We're going to look a little bit more at that, but here we go. I got to take another break. So let's take that break, and I'll be right back.